We got fame apparently, and we'd like to spend it. Now, there's actually lots of items I'd like to spend it on, so unfortunately, limited amount of funds. Got to figure out where to put it. So let's show you what we're dealing with. Oh, that's a lot of merits we got there, but not a ton, just enough. So we got about 6,000, which means we could use some particular items. We could use 6,000 fame with this to then get to an 8 of 8 on one of our heroes. Or we could use the fame to double evolve a hero. Because, got a few stuff to do that, double evolve. We could do that. It's possible. Look at that. Definitely we could do Warlock. Or the people that would probably be more considerative about double evolving be like Warlock or Ares or Pumpkin Duke or something like that. So that's what more might be able to do. Not only that, so let's take a look at 8 of 8. You could do that. We could do that. We could do 7 of 8 right here with this, which would be great for Lost Battlefield. That would actually help out quite a bit for Lost Battlefield if I wanted to get that going. This, we could do that, but I don't really care to get him up higher just yet. He's nice to have. Of course, when he makes up to 8 of 8, he'll hit like a god. But, it is what it is. We already got this 8 of 8. And right here, this thing is actually going to become really powerful very soon. Take a look. This is only about 200,000 away from getting the 10 of 10. That's godly. We could double evolve Pumpkin Duke. That is an option. I'm not going to really double evolve Cupid. Not yet, at least. That's a while out before I even cared to think about that. We could do Scatter up on our Moltanica and make Moltanica crazy. Definitely a lot more on that Scatter Breath, especially if we want to prep for the new Here Be Monsters. I don't think the next patch or whatever they're going to be releasing is going to be Here Be Monsters based because there's just so many people that have not beaten AE. So I think they're going to hold off probably a while before they do more HBMs. So I don't think I have to do this one right away, but I have to do this some point in the future. This one is going to be a requirement in the future that I have to do. So this one I have to keep on my mind. If I do it now, 6,000. If I do it later, it's going to be 12,000 because I have 5 of those little items. So that's a thought, but or also double evolve Moltanica. Once again, Here Be Monsters is a bit out, so I gotta focus. I believe I need to focus on. I think they're gonna release more like Dungeons probably next. That's my estimate, my guesstimate. So I think Dungeons and Guild Wars I need to focus more on. So I'm not gonna do this one just yet. But we'll see. It's tempting, but I don't think I'm going to do it just yet. This one, I don't really use Santa as much anymore except for Lost Battlefield and Arena. So even in Arena, I'm starting to slow down on using him. So I don't really see me going towards him either. So now this one's questionable. He's definitely powerful. I do use him in Lost Battlefield. Sometimes I use him in Arena. So there is that. And also I do use him in Guild Wars. So he's tempting. I don't know about getting his Berserk up, but he's tempting for double evolving. The only problem with him is if I wanted to double evolve him, I would have to spend 60,000 shards. So probably not doing him just because I cannot afford 60,000 shards. But I'd love to have double evolve him, but a little expensive. Warlock, definitely a good idea to double evolve, especially since he's useful in Guild Wars, he's useful in Lost Battlefield, he's useful in Arena, he's useful in Dungeons, he's useful in lots of, even in Lost Realm he's useful. So he's useful enough. So he's on my list there. I'm definitely thinking about him. You're a cat. Meow, meow. What's my normal broadcast time? All over the place. I work random hours, so. But that's going to be changing when the kid pops out. I'm going to be working more weekends and having off during the week. So I'm going to have more of a regular broadcast schedule when the kid is born. So that's going to be cool. So when my kid is born, I'm going to, finally make it a live stream and say hi for Halifax. Hi from Halifax, sorry. Hi from Halifax. Hi from Halifax. There we go. Lols. You're a cat. You know this, right? Oh, you do know you're a cat. Okay, good, good. Okay, so this is an option 2 to double evolve our Ares. You know, Ares useful in lots of stuff, including Lost Battlefield, Lost Realm, Arena. You know, so I think for me it's between these few factors. I think, me personally, it's either getting the Warlock to 8 of 8, getting this to 7 of 8, getting this to double evolved, getting this to double evolved, getting this to double evolved. I think it's somewhat between those. Harpy I don't need just yet, and well, I would love to probably evolve these guys at some point, but I gotta actually level them up. I do know that I need to level him up, and I need to level him up, and I need to probably these two are the ones I would care about. You're a kitty cat. I probably need to do my Atlanacor at some point too. You know, it's an Atlanacor. It's good stuff. So, I think I'm narrowing it down a bit. I think it's probably going to be like Pumpkin Duke. I really need to start getting some double evolves in. I really want to start doing better. You're a cat. You're a kitty cat. Oh, you're a kitty cat. You're so fluffy. You're crazy, Mr. Cat. I can barely do anything with you. He basically steals my arm, so I have to hold him up. So he makes it so I can't type or do anything. Double evolve the Golem. He's a beast. I understand that Golem is a beast, double evolve, but that requires 60,000 shards that I just really don't have. I would love to do that. That was one of my thoughts initially, to do the Golem, but I just don't got those shards are hard to come by, and I'm really trying to get a lot of my heroes up to 10 of 10. Ow, cat. Meow. Okay, so I'm trying to get a lot of my heroes to 10 of 10, so that's the only reason why I'm holding off on Golem for now, because I do need those shards really badly. Too many heroes not at 10 of 10. Alright, so I think we're going to do Warlock. Roll talents. Can't afford that, man. How much does it cost to evolve by using gems? You can't evolve by using gems, unless you're saying how much fame could you get from spending gems. You get about, what, 500 per 20,000 gems spent. So you have to spend like $200 worth of gems to get 1,000 fame. So yes, that's yeah. Roll for Golem. The likelihood of me getting a Golem is really low, really low. Considering I would need 3 of them, it just wouldn't equate out to that. Getting money. I'm poor enough, man. I got baby on the way. Someone's got 2 Arcticas, man. I ain't got 1 Arctica. Wish I had 1 Arctica. Cat. Evolve a kitty cat. I don't think I can evolve a kitty cat. Oh, John. I just got a thank you for that donation there from John or Jacob. Let me see. I got to pull up Twitch alerts. Twitch alerts. I just got an alert from my phone. What's up with this Twitch alerts? Twitch alerts. Don't have them running yet. Oh. Got going, so thank you. So gotta see who did the donation. Give them a thank you. Gotta get my Twitch alerts running. Gotta see who did it. Got a hey from Pro Happy. Thank you, Pro Happy. Thank you for that $5 donations. It will go good. Now you can make it. It's a choice. It's yours. What we should do for that $5. $5 equals out to how many gems? $5 equals 720 gems. But thank you, man. Thank you for that kind donations. Either you can say we could do something for gems, or you could say we could do it for my kid. You know, the baby that's on the way. I got a little one, a little mini me version coming out soon. I'm kicking over my side. I got the side off of my computer because I was futzing around, putting more parts in and moving stuff around. I got 2 different computers to swap stuff around. Alrighty. So Pro Happy, what do you think? Pumpkin Duke, Warlock, or Aries. Someone's saying Skull Knight. We already got our double evolved Skull Knight. Buy some coffee. Oh, that's always a good point. I got some right here. Coffee is always a good option. To get shards. How's the wife doing? She's doing pretty good. She's since she's getting closer to the end, she's a little bit, a little bit more sharp. You know what I mean? It's really hard for me to trust anyone on my account. I got so much security on my account because I'm just paranoid. Paranoia. Everyone's out to get ya. So, yeah. I'd be paranoid to let anyone on my account but me. I'm paranoid. I tell ya. Ugh. So, AC is amazing, especially if you don't have any legends. Yeah, Elena Court is not, useful enough. Yeah, Warlock is actually more useful for Guild Wars now. And the biggest aspect of this game now is Guild Wars. I know it's not like the best game mode ever because, there's a lot of cheese that you can do to easily beat stuff. And some cheese they can do to lose, like backing out right at, like you said, you backed out at 40%, but it hits up to 50 in like a split second, cheese. But it's what gives you the most fame. So fame is super important. Fame is like the #1 currency right now. Fame is what you're starved on currently. So, but me, you'd go for PD. Well, let's go for PD. Let's see what we can do with a double evolved Pumpkin Duke. So let's hit that Pumpkin Duke and get it going. So with that $5, he's going to say Pumpkin Duke. Well, because you helped me out, I will have to go with what you say. Unless someone can outbid you, and we'll give you, if someone wants to outbid them, you can, to change that decision to something else. Now the decision, like I said, for the things that I was saying, it's basically between Pumpkin Duke, Dread Raking hidden up his skill, or Aries, Warlock, or so double evolve Warlock, double evolve Aries, double evolve Pumpkin Duke, or get up the skill on Aries, or get up the skill on Vlad. That's the choices. So if someone wants to do that, who would I evolve next, Minotaur or Pumpkin Duke? Me personally, if it was out of your choices, I would probably go Pumpkin Duke, if that's all you could do. So, all right. So I'll give these people some time if they want to put in for the decision. We've got a few minutes, so I'll goof around and do something quick, and then we'll come back and see if that changes. But I think, not too much. I don't get too many donations that often, so I don't think it's going to change. I think it's going to be Pumpkin Duke. We're going to be doing in just a moment. So we'll find out in just a second. Let's show you how we use the Warlock over here and how the Warlock has been going, and also Pumpkin Duke. I do use my Pumpkin Duke. Any tips on HBMQ? HBMQ, basically getting your burst damage up. You really need some high burst damage for Q, because the transition from P to Q is really just about that burst damage and being able to survive the boss, but the boss becomes a little bit less likely if you really get that burst damage going. So that burst damage is what you gotta look out for, and maybe hunt down. So nice. Could you run Insane Dungeon 1-5? You're stuck on that one. Didn't I show? I did a video a few days back doing Insane Dungeons without Pumpkin Duke and without Minotaur. So go take a look at that series. I did pretty good on that, showing what people can do without Minotaur, without Pumpkin Duke. So I was doing a series that I will continue. I just got to get some shards going. I believe in about probably a few weeks' time I'll have enough shards to continue that series. We got a good chunk of the first Insane Dungeon, almost like 1 through 10, all completed without Pumpkin Duke or without Minotaur. And then we're going to start going on dungeon, starting on all the 2-whatevers to get all those killed off without Pumpkin Duke, without Dread Drake. Oh, the update just hit iOS today. Congrats on the iOS people, man. That's great. How do you use Candy Cane more efficiently? Candy Cane, I use her in combination with other players. You can see that she's in here with other things to just steal their stuff away right away. So on herself, if she's not paired with another, like something else that procs from the beginning, she sucks. But if you pair her with other things that proc from the beginning, like a Warlock or like a Dread Drake, she becomes really powerful. What happens is your Dread Drake procs, hits all of them, gives energy to stuff that you don't want, but then she can steal that energy afterwards. So basically it takes away their ability to proc back at you. That's the benefit that Candy Cane does, and that's what she's mostly useful for. In combination with Dread Drake, as long as your Dread Drake procs first, steals, hits all of them, and then she goes in and steals the energy to make them not be able to return fire. So that's how Candy Cane becomes most effective, is in combination with a Dread Drake and a Warlock. That's my opinion, but some other people say, what's up with that? You spent 15,000 on the game. Wow, I think I'm only around like 4,000, 5,000 maybe I've spent. Probably, who knows? But 15,000, dang. Woo! That's a mint, man. Dang. You got more money than I do. That's for sure. Man, that's some change there. All right, that's some nickels and dimes. Whew. Is there any way you can get a Pumpkin Duke easily? Gem rolls, or really doing a lot of those events. There's a lot of free events that Castle Clash does on their Facebook, on their Twitter, on things like that, where you can get heroes and gems. So I would suggest doing a lot of their free things to just, get that stuff. And that's, it's a good way to go. Who is stupid and spending over there? If you think spending $1,000 on a game is something, what got me into spending money on games is probably World of Warcraft. You can spend a good chunk of money on that game, upgrading graphics cards, building computer specs for it. Like I believe I built this computer at first to play World of Warcraft on 3 monitors. For those that don't know, I play World of Warcraft as well, and I first wanted a triple monitor setup to, see people on the sides of you attacking you for PvP and stuff like that. So you would have the advantage being able to see more, so you'd know what's coming at you if you had a triple monitor setup. And the triple monitor setup is pretty dang. It's awesome. I'll tell you, that's what got me spending money on video games. And to do a triple monitor setup when I first did it, it cost a little bit. It cost a little bit. So that's what probably got me started to spend money on games. But I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke. I don't have really any other bad habits. So I don't really spend money on anything other than games and wife. But now I got games, wife, and kid. But the kid is taking up all my money. Oh my God. Kids are expensive, dude. I am going to tell you right now, if you got a Rugrat or you have a Rugrat, oh my God, are they expensive. Everything. So, yeah, true enough that building a computer is more than just playing video games, but that's pretty much what I do on the computer is play video games. So I do other things on the computer, of course, but, games is the fun part of it. Is Ares good with Berserk? Not really. Usually Ares is best with a Revitalize. Berserk isn't bad on Ares, let's put it that way, but Revitalize is better. Unless you have a 5/5 Revitalize set. A lot of people are saying go Sprint Revitalize, so sprint with Revitalize to get that going. But if you're using Ares for other things, Berserk isn't too bad. Yeah, it is a bit of a gamble. That is true. This game, you know, feeds on that equation of gambling. There's a lot of risk reward with it. Boom. What's on over here? Anyone know how to solve a Rubik's Cube? Yes, it's all about knowing the patterns and knowing how to get your colors where you want them to go and how to spin faster. And not only being able to just get one color where you want it to go, you got to think in like terms of 3 colors getting the move at the same time, or 4 colors if you're getting better, 8 colors to go even faster. So Rubik's Cubes become easier the better you have spatial abilities, you know, the better your spatial abilities are. So yours is born with a natural Shri of 8 Berserk. It ain't too bad. So Berserk isn't too bad on it if you don't have Revitalize. Revitalize is your better choice, because if you can get that instant proc. So, it depends on what you can get. Alright, so that's that. Let's take a look and see if anything changed up, but I think it's probably going to be what it is. And let's take a look at the live stream. So it looks like we're going for the Pumpkin Duke. We're going to be evolving. So let's evolve Mr. Pumpkin Duke. Due to the donation from Pro Happy. Says go for Pumpkin Duke. So let's do a Pumpkin Duke then. Let's evolve a Pumpkin Duke. Double evolve the Pumpkin Duke. Boom, boom, boom. Unless he changes his mind. So, you still sticking with your Pumpkin Duke. That's what you want us to do. If that's the case, we can do it. So, you're Pro Happy. Where are you on the list? So, he did say, candy cane. I would go for Pumpkin Duke. So, it looks like he says Pumpkin Duke. See if that's what he's sticking with. But it looks like Pumpkin Duke. We'll give him just a moment more. Please show us your Skull Knight. You want to see my Skull Knight? Sure. Here is the Skull Knight. Little Skull Knight. I got a double evolved Skull Knight. It's only 8 to 10. It does need to go up higher. It's only at 5-8 for the Deadly Strikes. Eventually, we will someday get this to 8 of 8 because that Deadly Strikes, this thing can one-shot pretty much anything. One shot, ding, one shot, dead. Sticking with payday. So here we go. Pumpkin Duke in the hole. So what it needs to get to evolve is just over here. We got to go purchase some stuff. So let's go over and buy. Trade fame. Now let's do this right. It's going to be this rune. Go very slowly. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5. So there we go. We got 5 of those, and with those 5, we then pop over to our hero, Mr. Pumpkin Duke. Click on the evolve. Come on in here. Click on. We obviously have enough cards, so that's not a problem. Is the shard amount like reduced? Did they reduce the shard amount for evolving? Oh, yeah, okay, so it's showing that we don't have that amount of shards. Got it, okay. Whew. I'm like, did it reduce the amount? Okay, now there we go. All right, so 3 of those, 2,000 red stuff, 5 of those, and double evolve a Pumpkin Duke. A Pumpkin Duke. Thank you once again to the $5 donation from Pro Happy, and we're going to do the Pumpkin Duke at his request. So evolving, double evolving the Pumpkin Duke. Dun, 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 dun. Bing. Pumpkin Duke. So now let's see how much HP we can get for this sucker. Let's kick everything off the board and just make it a Pumpkin Duke. Pumpkin Duke. So here you go. Pumpkin Duke. And let's collect those. And there we go. And then let's get some stuff. Whoa, what's that? Oh, we got some gems from doing that. Nice. That's cool. Alright, so now you can see that we got a sparkly butt on our Pumpkin Duke. So let's actually move it out here. You guys can, well, where's the best spot for you guys to see it? Let's put it, yeah, that's a good spot. He's going to be all by his lonesome. So you can see that he's got now this, that new animation they got for his ground. So let's get him leveled up a little bit, just a smidge. So I think it just takes a few of these. Sweep 1, 2 probably. I did something, or no, it just finally appeared on the board saying that we did that. So we're at 85. He caps out at 100, so probably 1 or 2 more sweeps. 1. Cool, and they should be done. Now we just gotta level them up. Level them up. 95 actually. No, I thought it's gonna take another more, so there we go. And another one just for giggles. That should be enough, hopefully. Yes. Upgrade. Done. And now we might be able to start using our books. So let's take a look at our consume items, earn XP. Yeah, we can start using books, but let's not use too many books. Let's earn that XP and see what that requires. So it's about 500,000. Eh, it's a little over, but we'll do it. Probably wasting a bit. Let's see what that says it is. Yeah, we're gonna just do that one by hand. Let's do that one just by some dungeons here. It's in dungeons. Should probably be enough. Upgrade. Now we need gold. Now we need some gold. But looking at that, not bad. So let's get that going again. Consume, earn XP. Boost it all the way up. How much on that last one? So about, it looks like it's about 400,000. So we're losing 100,000, about 1/5. Or actually we could use this instead. We could do some Here Be Monster sweeps. 1 sweep. Sure. That should have been close enough. Yes, it is. Now we just need that gold. So let's get that gold out here. Let's who are gonna farm for some gold? Let's just get a yeah, we'll use a Golem. Maybe an Ares just to make sure that no one kills us. No one can kill us. And let's go attack some people with our new Pumpkin Duke, our shiny Pumpkin Duke. All right, not enough gold for me to care. There's some gold. 1, 2, 3. Oh. So. Yeah, some people are like, why change it? Hey, people that help me out, I will take their suggestions and do what they like in games. So if people want to do a little bit of donations, within reason. Donations within reason. If you're like, I'm going to pay money to have you consume a hero or put a talent that's not good on a hero, I wouldn't do. But if they're doing something that's fine, I was going to do anyway, and maybe I just did it out of order, what I was planning on doing, I'll make the change. All right, so can I be bought? Yeah, because I'm poor. I'm not rich by any scope of mind. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who knows? Should you evolve Warlock or Santa first? It really depends on what you're doing. If you're doing most stuff, I would say go for probably Santa. If you're going for really heavy on Lost Battlefields and maybe you want to start doing better on Guild Wars, go Warlock. Or if you really want to do better in Dungeons, they're both pretty good. So it's a tough toss-up. Probably Santa's going to be your best choice if it's your first evolve. But if you've got plenty of evolved heroes already, Warlock is a good choice then. You have a dupe Warlock. Well, if you have a dupe Warlock, it's probably better to go that way so you don't waste your shards. And eventually you'll get a dupe Santa. Do much better with Guild Wars then. You'll do much better with Guild Wars with your Warlock. So get that going, get that higher, get that more powerful, and then get lots more fame. And with more fame, you can get some better talents, stuff like that. Or even better higher level talents. So it really depends on what you're doing. So there you go. And what you got, of course. All right, let's get a bit more gold, and then we'll stop because we got to get enough gold so we don't have to farm gold again later. Nice. You have 12 double evolved heroes. Dude, that's insane. That's mad. I am jelly. I got only a few double evolved heroes. That's crazy. Dude has 12 double evolved heroes. That's madness. That's madness. That's some crazy talk there, man. That's some crazy talk. That's, whew. That's definitely good for arena, I'd say. You're definitely going to have a high altar. Man, that's... I wish I had that. Of course, I didn't spend that much on the game, though. When's the next how-to guide? Hopefully in just a few minutes. Hopefully. We'll see if we can squeeze it in here, too. Someone just got some pizza. Nice. Alright, that should be enough gold for a little bit. Well, maybe another. We'll keep the stuff on the board here. So let's get this upgraded. And then start consuming our way up. 180. Yay. Now we just need lots of gold. Lots and lots of gold. And finally we'll have another 10-star double evolved hero. Woo! Okay. Okay. Alrighty. Ooh. There we go. So we have a little bit of fame left over that in a few days' time we're going to be able to use again if we so do choose to. Oh, I could do something again. Ares or Spirit Mage? I would go Ares over Spirit Mage. For the person that is wondering about Ares and Spirit Mage, which one's better to evolve? Ares. You can use them in more game modes. Every little bit of extra EXP you can get from those books or selling those for honor badges is worth it. So for the person that's asking over on the YouTube side, is it worth it to try and get over those caps to get those additional books? I would say go for it. Every book that you can get is great because you can sell them for honor badges or you can use them. So because I have tons of books, or since I have tons of honor badges, I don't care to sell my books this time around. I'm going to actually use them for experience. But if you're honor badge starved, the greatest way of getting honor badges is leveling up your heroes and selling experience books. Oh my god. There's no such thing as being honor badge starved if you can evolve heroes and just throw all those experience books to honor badges. There's no such thing as running out of anything, man. It's just crazy. You're Italian. Gavani, Combo. How's it going? Do you use a good base for each of them? I'm stuck on it. I use all sorts of different bases for Hero monsters. I test out different stuff. My channel has a good chunk of bases on it because I, futz around with bases fairly often. You got 7 Arcticas? Dear Jesus. I can't even get one. What? I can't even get one Arctica, man. I tried. I failed. That's got to be insane. I don't know if that's real or not. You got 7? Dude, that's insane if that's real. Why no minnow if you're farming gold? Because I'm just goofing around, having fun. I know I could just plop in, drop, and nail it. Not trying to. Just trying to goof around, have fun. Talk to you peoples. Give it a little chit-chat, basically. But can you also, you got storage of 5 mil gold. You can evolve a hero and by using gems. So let's say they patched us a while back. Initially, you had to have the gold vaults to be able to evolve a hero high enough to have 5 million gold or whatever. Now all you need is just enough gems. So you could evolve a hero really early on in the game if you have enough gems. So They took away that cap, so if you do want to evolve a hero, you could. You just got to spend some gems on that gold. The gold difference, of course. Alright, so let's 10 of 10 this. Or not 10 of 10. Well, it'll be 10 of 10 soon. But 10 star this Pumpkin Duke with a button. Click. Woohoo! 10 star Pumpkin Duke. So let's take a look at the Pumpkin Duke's HP. It's about 100,000. So hopefully Pumpkin Duke won't die as much, of course. So we can also probably level this bad boy up a bit too. I'd probably say maybe we can even feed the rest of the experience books. Or actually, I think what we should do is save those experience books for... I do understand that we would like to get him up to 200, but now that he's at the movement speed and he's got more HP than he did before, we can leave him there for now and probably feed those experience books to Warlock and probably evolve Warlock next, or Ares. So let's consume over here and get those books going on this end of the spectrum. How much would that get us? Up to 197? Ain't too bad. 80 XP. There we go. Boost that right up just a bit. So there we go. Got another double evolved hero. Woohoo! So probably next double evolve that we can do is probably about a week out. Probably about a week and a half out. We can double evolve another hero, or we can get, you know, a talent up or something. So that's the options. We got 4 double evolved heroes now. Vlad, Pumpkin Duke, Skull Knight. Oh, it's looking beautiful. Oh, we had a request or a challenge, but I don't know. We'll see if I'm gonna do a challenge soon enough. What else we got here? I think we're looking pretty good. I think we got everything that we needed to do thus far. I'm just taking a look at what's I got. If there's anything else that I care to do right now. Yeah, we spent our fame. It was a good fame spend. I think our Pumpkin Duke is going to be happy enough. So let's test out our Pumpkin Duke and see, you know, what happens with it in arena or something. Let's test out an arena. So let's edit my teams. I do have a Pumpkin Duke in there for my attack team, but I wonder if he's showing at 180, so that is the correct level for our Pumpkin Duke currently. So that's good. Let's make sure he has good talent. What did we have? Because I know we were using it for other stuff. So we're going to want probably something not life drainy, probably something more dodgy or speed increase. So let's kick that out. Well, keep it out. Pumpkin Duke. Get you going faster to the wall. Let's see. Let's definitely Berserk on him. Harpy, that's fine. I probably want get this off life drain. Don't need life drain on Warlock. Let's do a little bit more damage on our Warlock. Let's make Warlock cause some pain. So there we go. Not gonna using you. Skull Knight. Let's get you off of that. Don't care if you survive for a while. I want to see you just murder, straight up murder. So Warlock, kick out. Vlad, we're not going to use Vlad for that. So that's some decent damage. But I kick that out, put that in. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So straight up some damage. What else are we going to be using? So 1, 2, 3, 4, Pumpkin Duke, 5, 6. Let's see if that team works. I wonder if this works. Now let's look at our let's look at what we got for our artifacts. We probably got to move around some artifacts if we're going to do a little bit of a arena here. Don't care about that. That's fine. We could probably change that to something else. Let's remove that. Probably a sprint base. Let's go for sprint and have it run to the other side and just straight up murders. Where's our sprint set? I think I have a sprint 4, sprint 5 set out there somewhere. So let's find it. Where's my sprint sets now? They're hiding here somewhere. There we go. Remove all. I know I actually have quite a few sprint sets out there, so the hiding. Eventually we'll find them. There they are. I'm like, where are they? Remove. Remove, sprint 5, not bad. Remove. Remove. Sprints, they're there. Remove. 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 So let's do some arena now with this pumpkin duke and see if we can make it a little crazier. So let's back out. Okay, so I do like the crest that we have here on this one. I think I'm actually okay with that staying there. And let's see. I do actually want to remove this. I'm going to see if maybe Skull Knight. We have Skull Knight up front. I do like the idea of Skull Knight just holding the front line for us. Yeah, that's fine. So that looks pretty good to me. You can actually click that button apparently. Now you, I do not want revive. Maybe sprint or maybe a full revite set. Now that revite set I think we have over here. So let's remove all these. Remove all. And let's take a look at this Pumpkin Duke in action. So let's see what happens with the Pumpkin Duke if we go a little bit of revitalize on it. So it procs pretty much right away. And what else do we have in here? We have Warlock. Ooh, extra damage. We're okay with that. Harpy Queen. What do we got? Any revive? No. We need some sprint. You're gonna run. Run, Forrest, run. We should definitely combine those three into another sprint, probably. Let's see what else we got on our Candy Cane. Berserk's probably not needed for her. Let's go for another sprint set. So get that running to the other side, basically. Yeah. So that's a sprint 3 on her, while Harpy Queen is going to really race across. And we can do a little forge here on those sprints that are left to get up to a higher sprint. Which one is it? It's the final one. So it's 4. Sprint 4. Maximize it. Sprint 4. No, combine. I was in the combine. I'm trying to. There we go. Sprint 4. Good. Okay. Warehouse is at max. Oh. Okay, so we gotta get some stuff off our heroes and get that going again. So let's see what we're gonna. Basically, we need to put some stuff on our heroes. What can we get rid of here just for a second or two? Let's get rid of our set of there. That should get rid of that just for now. I think we have something else in some of our other heroes. We're just looking to dump stuff on. So let's dump our War God 3 set. That's good. All right. Hopefully that's enough space now to make it. Cross fingers, I think it is. If not, oh well. We'll come back to it. Harpy, we're looking at yours. Combine. Come on, make it. Much better. Okay, now we can actually put that in there. Back out, go back in Harpy. Press. So now we got a bit of a sprint set here. So very quick on our, so that's 1, 2, 3. I don't know if we want, maybe we want sprint on this too. I think we want sprint on this. I think we need sprint on that. So I think that's more important than Harpy Queen. So remove all on that. We'll put something else on you. Gonna definitely be more important to throw it over here. 4. There we go. I think we should take this off of her. It's nice to have it on her, but she's not. Well, actually, I think it's better. And maybe on her, Harpy Queen, she doesn't do a ton of damage. I don't know. Maybe you should give her more damage. Or maybe just have her attack faster. Let's have her just attack faster for now. Let's see what that does for now. So, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Oh, actually, I think we have more than 6. So 1 and 2. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of you 2. Harpy Queen. I guess I'm just not going to use you. So we don't need any crests for you, Harpy Queen, because we're not using you. Okay, so I think we found our team, and let's go with it. So let's try it out and test it out. So let's edit our teams, make sure that our heroes are up in there. Make sure that we're not missing anything important. That's fine. Good, good, good. Okay, so let's try challenge. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5, and we're going to skip over Harpy Queen now. Might be a bad thing, might be a good thing, who knows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see what happens. Start her up. That is definitely a sprint. If I ever saw one. So they got a Valentine and a Santa. Whew. Don't know if I'm definitely dying on this one. Oh, that Valentine. A hero's actually fairly powerful. She keeps them at full energy, which is pretty awesome. I gotta get me one of those, but I tried and I failed. Whoa, I'm running into everyone. Usually I find an open lane. I was hoping for an open lane because that Pumpkin Duke would help me proc and get it going. So let's try that again, the same one, but just a different lane. Or maybe even this one, just a different lane. Challenge. Maybe that same one. Let's see that first one that we attacked. I should have just attacked that same one. Just edit my team and move them to a different lane. Work. I was hoping to just be lazy and keep the same setup, but apparently not. So it's been a while since I've done Arena, so yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Start her up. Open lane. Woohoo! Let's see how fast our guys run. Go, go, Skull Knight. Run as fast as you can. Sprinting Skull Knight is just wrong. And once this Pumpkin Duke procs, it's over. Because that's just stacks. So let's see what happens with this person. Hopefully it's an open lane. You're currently in the midst of a battle. Challenge! Open lane? Yay! Look at that Skull Knight run. Run, Skull Knight, run! And watch, as soon as he starts proccing, man, he can hit like ridiculously hard. He can make this whole thing disappear. But Pumpkin Duke procced, it's over. It's over! Open lanes. If you got a sprint team, you want an open lane, basically. Yeah, open lane is best for the sprint team. Of course, it's not an open lane. And their Pumpkin Duke's gonna proc. No open lane equals death. Oh well. But at least we know where they are. They're going for a Pumpkin Duke too. Interesting. My Pumpkin Duke is going to be a little bit more powerful coming up soon. So you can see that my Pumpkin Duke is, double evolved or whatever. So that's not the biggest thing. The biggest thing is this can be 10 of 10 soon. And that 10 of 10 is insane. It's insane. About 250 away. 250 away. So not too bad. Not too bad. How you guys doing out there? You got all the heroes in the game but Santa, Molt, and Destroyer. Well, if you got Artica, I would say then use Artica, use Harpy, use Pumpkin Duke, use Vlad. Use heroes like that. Use Dread Drake, and just murder it. All right, so 10 of 10. I'm thinking it's about 3 days out. 3 days out, we're 10 of 10. So that's going to be awesome. All right, I do got to get rolling for just a little bit because I got some housework to do because, man slave, because, baby on the way. Also got work later on today. Hopefully we can get in the how-to guide series and not in a little bit. So I'll see you guys soon. Have a good ones. Have a good ones. And we doubly evolved our Pumpkin Duke. Woohoo! Yeah. See you guys soon. Have a good ones. Have a good ones.